Hey everyone, I'm Clip. Welcome back to our data pack series where we are making our data pack Runechant. So there's been a bunch of changes, but before we actually jump into the next system, if you will, we've got some infrastructure changes to go over. So starting off, you can probably notice on my screen there is now a luck check on the scoreboard, right? It's set to 100. So what this is it's using a base value of 100 and then adding a ratio of how much luck attribute the actual player has. So for instance, if we go ahead and give ourselves luck using the potion effect, infinite, and then level 1, we get our luck check score boosted to 118. If we go all the way to 99, which is roughly 100 points in luck, our luck check now is 1,000. We go any higher than that, and of course it'll continue to increase, but 1,000 is the big objective. See, what I'm able to do now is use the luck check in combination with another scoreboard, our RNG system, to be able to define events based on the luck that a player has. So for instance, if we set the scoreboard to RNG variable, it's now picking a number between 1 and 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 was really important, because what we can do is we can test for whether or not the player's luck is less than, equal to, or greater than the actual random number generator, meaning that depending on a player's actual luck score, they are able to cause events to be successful or not. So for instance, in terms of the command, it's super simple. All we have to do is execute if score, any player, luck check, is less than, equal to, greater than, matches. Again, doesn't really matter. We'll use greater than, right? The RNG variable. So RNG, I could capitalize, and then RNG variable. Run, say, pass. Okay, so anytime it rolls a number that is less than our luck, it is going to say pass. Anytime it's a number greater, it's going to fail. So for instance, if we go back to the effects and we give ourselves the higher level of luck again, it's now going to pass on every single tick. Okay, so if we had max luck, we could make sure that events are always successful. This is going to be super useful for a lot of future systems, especially the system that we're working on next, which is status effects, because I want luck to actually be a viable attribute in the game. Because at the moment, in terms of base Minecraft, right, it's only useful for fishing. No loot tables in Minecraft actually utilize luck for bonus rolls, despite being something established in the fundamentals of Minecraft by Mojang. Fortune and looting both just use the enchantment levels and other statistics to work out extra drops. Luck is never really a factor in Minecraft, and that's a bit unfortunate. So I wanted to actually make luck viable, because again, I just want to enhance the base game. I don't want to make anything that completely eclipses it. I just want to make a lot more things useful, and there to be a little bit more of an avenue for, say, exploration and a bit more progression, if you will. Okay, so my data pack as a whole is meant to just slot slightly above Minecraft as a base. Okay, I don't want to reinvent any systems. I just want to utilize what Mojang has put in the backbones of Minecraft, just sadly never really touched. So that aside, luck out of the way. The other thing that we've gone ahead and added is a bunch more advancement infrastructure. So if we open up our advancements tab, we now have this new tab called multi-block structures. And as it says here, codex of all multi-block structures used in Runechant. And at the moment, there is only one advancement unlocked, the grinding station. If we look at our normal Runechant advancement tab, we have the grinding station unlocked. Okay, so anytime we unlock the advancements based around any of the multi-block structures, they're going to show up here in the multi-block structure tab, making it, again, another easy glossary for players to reference when it comes to utilizing features in this map. So, for instance, if we were to grab the soul campfire, this crystal, and then 4 crying obsidian, everything needed to unlock the enchanter's crucible, that now shows up here in the multi-block structure tab. Meaning I can continue to make the base Runechant advancement tab larger and larger without an issue of players having to scroll through and find different segments, right? If they want multi-block structures, they can find them here in the multi-block structure tab. If they want to utilize any other systems, we've already established that we're going to use glossaries over something like, say, books. So for instance, if we grant every advancement, quit out and back in so the screen isn't cluttered, we can have a look at the other tabs we've added. So runecrafting was the basis for this idea. Okay, so we have a glossary to actually use runecrafting, the system, the crafting system, and all the different recipes, if you will, that are easily visually recognizable to the player simply by going to the advancement tab. Then we have the new one, weapon poisons, which of course is to do with making and applying weapon poisons, right? So it says here, codex of known wax combinations, while on the offhand, copper flasks will apply their effects to your main hand, enabling attacks to apply different status effects. Now, obviously there's a lot to dive in there, but we'll leave that for another video. All I'm trying to get across is the fundamentals and the foundation for this data pack. Because again, establishing all these things is really important when you're making a data pack because it allows you to streamline a lot of things. I know now that any system I can add a advancement tab, I can add all the recipes in this manner for players to recognize. Therefore, I can sort of up the complexity without having to worry about players being able to learn and adapt to the changes in this data pack. Right, so the general idea is they progress through the base Runechant tab. For instance here, if they were to complete the Deep Slate Furnace, it would then show up in the Multi-Block Structure tab, and then if they were to complete the Copper Flask and all the wax crafting advancements, they would then have the Weapon Poisons unlocked and be able to use this as a glossary and a codex of the system, okay, just as we can do with the rune crafting system. So altogether, this should be very, very helpful for increasing the efficiency at which I can make and progress through adding stuff to the data pack, right? It's always good to establish a fundamental concept, if you will, to work off of. Other than that, I do also just want to go look at the roadmap again, because I do want to tweak a few things, right? In fact, there's been a few things that have been changed here. Okay, so starting off, I have gotten rid of, I think it was difficulty and daily events. I don't necessarily think they need to be part of the initial release of the data pack, and I thought I would be better off refining the ideas, okay? So seasons is a system we've already done, so that's fine, that's checked off. But then we have mob abilities, armor attributes, melee combat, range combat, and magic, okay? The status effect system is very much the extent at which I want to modify melee combat. Aside from some special abilities or enchants here and there, melee combat is predicated around your ability to apply status effects. Range combat will be predicated around the ability to create special arrows, and the magic combat is of course going to be crafting spells. Again, altogether, I don't want to make these systems too complex. I just want this to be a sort of reimagining of Minecraft in a style that I want to showcase. Okay, I don't want it to be a completely different thing. And that's hopefully what I am doing very much in, say, the artwork as well, right? I'm trying to keep very much stylistically in the vein of Minecraft. So, for instance, here, Copper Flask. This is my first attempt at making a different sprite rather than just retooling. So, for instance, any of these icons are combinations of the flowers in Minecraft. The paper is just recolored and then written on. But this in itself is a completely new potion bottle, right? I've kept similar elements of the 3 different potion bottles, but I have made it my own. And hopefully, stylistically, again, it does sort of keep in line with Minecraft. Because again, I don't want to completely overshadow the game. I just want to add to it. Because Minecraft is already a beautiful game, right? But I want to put my own little touches on it. So hopefully, we'll leave it there, and this will be the system we tackle next, the status crafting, if you will. So we'll probably split into the actual crafting side of things and how the system is laid out, and then we'll go over the status effects and how exactly I make them work. And then lastly, we'll have the technical side, like usual, where we'll look through the data pack functions, if you will, that I've come up with, and explain exactly how the system works from a technical side. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.